the streaming has to be about what you enjoy. Don't
Hmm.
try and follow the trend.
All right, so for those that do not know me, my name is Teddy. You can call me Ted for short. I'm a variety singer and also a newly podcaster, I guess you could say. Welcome to the Cubcast. We do this every weekend ish. But I would like to introduce to you my guy Tunny. I've known him since just like Rain and other people
Mm,
since pandemic time.
yeah, yeah, a
And
long time.
yeah, a long time. And we all met through the same Discord at Team Level Up, if I'm not mistaken.
That's it. We did.
And yeah, and we all just kind of, we all went our separate ways, but we stay connected.
Mm,
So mad respect, and I think for Level Up too for us connecting. But I've known Tony for that long. We I think I really met him through Sheeps, if I'm not mistaken. Like that's how we
yeah,
kind of just
sheep's
connected.
and pig, I believe.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Peg. Yeah, for sure, for
yeah.
sure. But I don't want to talk too much. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and have Tunny, and it's Tunny, y'all, not Tootie.
It's funny.
so
It
don't.
happens quite frequently.
Yes, it does. Um,
it's it's always a difficult one to then try and explain how to pronounce it in chat when you go and like raid someone,
yeah, yes,
and they say Tunny. It's like it is Tunny, but how
yeah,
can you say that in chat? Then the person will then quite quickly realize, and then they're like, "Is it Tunny? Is it Tooney?" And then they're going, "If it's Tunny, say one. If it's Tooney, say two." And you're like, "It's one. It's one. It's one."
yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's a name. I'm used to it. It could have been I've been called worse, right? So
For sure, for sure. Well, we'll let Tony introduce himself, and then we'll go ahead and go on with the questions. So, Tony, do your thing, man.
so welcome for those that don't know me. Um, I guess my Twitch handle is as it says. I am Tunny100. But again, most people will know me as Tunny. Um, I've also been called Tubby, Tunifer, Rubby, all sorts of names. But yeah, a little bit about me, I guess. So yeah, like Teddy said, started streaming. I think this year was probably my fourth year. That's must sound about right. I think.
Okay.
Um, and it was literally yeah. So COVID, um, and my streaming thought has never really changed. It for me, it started. It was me and my sister. She was already quite into streaming. Had already been doing it for a couple of years. She's like, "Look, you've got everything you need. Just give it a go." And for me, my mindset, and it still is now, it's like I'm gonna play games. I play a lot of computer games. Um, and how long does it take to push that go live button? It takes like a second. I know, it could be longer if OBS and Streamlabs don't play ball, but generically you can just go like push go live, and if anyone wants to come along, they're more than welcome. And if they
Hmm.
don't, that's cool. But I'm going to play the game anyway, so come along, enjoy the ride for whatever it may be. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much where it started, and then a friend of mine who actually I know IRL was in Team Level Up at the time.
Hmm.
And then I got a raid from Initial D, and then sort of like yeah got invited into the Discord, and it sort of very quickly like was crazy. It just like boosted like really quick, getting to know everyone,
Hmm.
meeting loads of new people, checking out other people's streams, and yeah, and then fast forward to now, I'm still here. I like to stream. I'd say variety, but I like horror games. I like to look for the indie games. Um, I've been a probably Call of Duty fanboy for far too long. Um, I play adventure games. Me and Mr. Wongster. Oh well, he didn't, but I dabbled in a bit of the MOBA stuff. So, League of Legends and Smite. I know Sheeps plays Smite too
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah.
But yeah, and then if you rewind all the way back to probably my early days of gaming, so I'm 37. So for me, my first console was the Sega Master System,
Okay.
and then I moved on to the Sega Master System 2. I had I think I was the out of my friends, I was the only one who had Sonic the Hedgehog. I think everyone else's built-in game for their console was Alex the Kid. I don't know if anyone remembers Alex the Kid.
I don't remember.
Um, but I had Sonic and then played through Sonic. Then got a Super Nintendo. Played the Sega Dreamcast. I've still got my N64 with GoldenEye downstairs in the cupboard. Had GameCube as well for a couple of the earlier versions of Resident Evil because a massive Resident Evil fan, which is probably why when Cuenca was around streaming more,
Hmm.
I was there because he did a lot of Resident Evil 2, and we just connected really quickly. Um, but yeah, that pretty much sums me up. Other than my actual IRL day job, which I don't say too much about, but it's always comes up into topic of conversation, and
Yeah.
that's that I'm a chef. So I've been a chef for oh, well over 20 something odd years
Oh,
as
okay.
a chef. So yeah, it's a chef by day and then a streamer sort of like by night, as you could say. But yeah,
Yeah.
that is pretty much me, I guess.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, you should have. You actually covered a lot of questions that I was gonna ask, but that's perfectly fine. No, no worries, no worries. Welcome in, Rain. Rain is here. Let's
Rain,
go. Let's go. That means I
the
can come.
horror king himself.
Yo, what's good, Riley? What's good? How we doing today? Yeah, you basically covered everything. All right, yo, we're done.
Yeah, yeah. You talked everything I needed to ask. You said.
For real, for real. So I want to go back to with Tunny. Like, how did you come up with the actual like Twitch name?
So I had a I stream. I started streaming through my PlayStation 4
Hmm.
directly to the console, and it was just like um Call of Duty and some Fortnite stuff. Created the Tunny handle to start with, and then it was never like consistent. I was like quite bad with consistency with streaming, and I'm probably not much better now, but I like to say that I've got two probably good dedicated days that I stream.
Okay.
Um, and then I forgot the login for it, couldn't get it back. So I was sort of like, okay, I'll just put I am Tunny 100. Tunny as a name basically is just my surname,
Okay.
just shortened. So
Okay.
my actual full surname is Tunnycliffe, but
Oh, okay.
yeah,
That's
it's just
dope.
the first part. So Tunny is what it is, and obviously that's what most people know me around where I am, or it's like a family name as well. So my cousins were known as Tunnies as well. So yeah, that's kind of where that came from.
That's dope. I like it. I like it. I've never heard. Um, I mean, that's a pretty unique last surname. So I'm sorry I said
Mm,
it. So I was gonna say last name.
yeah,
I guess it's the same thing.
it
So
is. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
That's what's up though. So when it comes to streaming, I know you mentioned that you were streaming what almost 4 years now.
yeah.
Like with hitting affiliate, Tony, like how long did that take you? And like just go ahead and like kind of just tell chat like what
Yeah.
was the journey with all that?
So like I said, once I'd prior to the whole Discord and level up thing, it was just basically like I say, me and my sister were just we were just streaming one or two viewers. And then like I say, I got that big raid from um Initial D in the level up, joined that community. And then like I say, once I got to know everyone and was hanging out in other people's chats and meeting new people and and getting to know everyone, I'd probably say it probably took me about maybe three streams.
What?
It happened really, really quickly. Yeah, really quickly. And then I think like within a couple of weeks, then Initial was like, "You're here all the time. Do you mind modding the channel, like the Discord?" And yeah, it happened like really, really quickly. But I've met so many like amazing people. Rain, Old Man Bourbon. I
Yep,
know
yep,
Bourbon doesn't
yep.
stream too much now, but he's always on Insta. Like he does a lot of fishing.
Yeah, he
Um,
does a lot of IRL fishing.
yeah, yeah. Him and Bianca. So
Hmm.
those guys, yeah, like that was pretty much where we were at for a long time. And then obviously Sheeps, and then you guys as well. Drop and yourself and Romy and Cuenca.
Hmm.
And there's so many, even Cervantes,
Yes.
who
Yep. Yep.
I spoke to Rain about just like recently. Was like, the people to still hear from these people because it's weird. Like people come and go with streaming. It's such a weird journey for everyone. Sort of like people stay and then come back and like we did. Like it was literally not too long ago. We were all all in a I think it was sheep stream, right? And then all of a sudden, within like 5-10 minutes, like all of the older people that
Oh
moved in,
yeah.
we just all
Yeah.
appeared, like, just one person going live, we all just got attracted. We were like, "Oh, okay," yeah, so many, like, old memories just came back of all the
No.
old people that all the older gang that we were just yeah, it was just reminiscing over all the
Yeah.
crazy times that we did before, so,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that. I think yeah, so yeah, so Sheeps, I think I'm not sure if it was his comeback stream a couple months ago or it was a second stream.
Yeah, it must have been, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like we all popped in, and then so like Tony popped in, Rain, and a couple others. Az was in there. Wongsa was in there. Even shit, who was it? Fuck, I don't remember
There was
who. It
yeah,
was
everyone
so.
sort of
Oh,
came by.
Pig was in there
Pig
too.
even ca yeah,
Yeah,
I think Sheeps messaged him to say that he was on and everyone was in,
yeah,
and
that's
it was fun, and then I messaged, Unicorn Mum, who was
yes, yeah. She
who
was
was
in
the
there.
IRL person who
Yeah,
got me into Level Up because she was already in there doing some modding stuff and she was streaming herself and obviously I know her IRL because she lives in the same sort of town as me.
yeah.
And a coach at the time I was coaching football, and her twins, her kids, they were in my football team. So
That's
it just like
wow.
one massive great loop and it's so crazy that once you don't realize once you get into that community and you go one place, you just, you be in a stream and you meet new people, and then someone you notice pops up and you go, hang on a minute, you know this person as well. And the whole community just goes full circle.
It was
Um,
wild. I
and
was
everyone's sort of like, you don't realize how much these little Discord communities just like branch out and sort of, yeah, everyone ends up going around. You're like, hang on a minute, you're here as well. And it's like, yeah, and you're here as well. It
yeah,
is crazy how
it's
quickly it can
basically
happen.
yeah, it was basically like the OGs and just seeing
Mm.
everybody pop in, like I was just like, yo, like it's like going back. It's like kind of nostalgic a little bit. And I'm just like,
Yeah, it is.
this is wild. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure a
definitely
lot
is.
of people kind of felt that too. But it was fun. It was a good ass stream. And I think Sheets was only playing the stream for like 2 3 hours, and it went
Yeah.
to like 6
It
hours.
yeah.
And then he even I think he might have, but he even mentioned there. I think I'm about to cry. Like I'm just like
Yeah.
so it was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild. But with you hitting it that quick, man, like I just want to go ahead and put it out there now. With you streaming as much as you are, and you're having a day job,
Mhm.
uh, is partner something that you are looking to push, or it's just you're just having fun with it right now?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's like partner's a goal.
Uh huh.
For me, it's just it is like I said at the beginning. I'm playing these games, um, and if I'm gonna play it, why not share it? Um, and yeah, the more people that come in and I get to meet people and connect with others is for me that's what it's about. I don't have. I've thought about like trialing maybe a like stream for like every day for a whole month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's that commitment, you know. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, like obviously work Monday to Friday. I dedicate 2 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, to stream. Um, and then within that, and Wonkster will tell you this because he's on my back about it all the time, is being a football coach and a secretary for like a youth football club. So not only do I then look after the best part of nearly 200 children that play football within our community,
Damn.
um, yeah, it's just like there's just no time to do a lot of anything else. So, but it's always crossed my mind that how cool would it be to just go? Do you know what? I'm going to stream every day for the 30 days and see what happens. See
Yeah.
what interaction you get. Because it's, I think the biggest thing for everyone is finding that niche thing that works for them, and
Mhm.
being consistent with that, and then going from there. But yeah, going back to the question, no, I don't see a partner push being something that I would be looking at. I mean, I'm 37, I'm getting old now, right? So
Yeah. You younger than me.
that's
So, but we're in the same era, so no worries, no worries.
that's
Um,
yeah.
so we're gonna bring it back. I want to bring it back to like your first console, and then whatever that console
Mhm.
was, what would be your first favorite game that you played on your first console?
So I remember, probably the first console was the original Sega Master System. So it was like a long keyboard type thing with a uh, like cassette that you plugged in the top.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I remember playing for a long time, me and my friend, and he got it first before I did. And we used to play. There was a Ghostbusters game, and it was just like a side walker, one that would just go backwards and forwards and shoot ghosts and go to different hotels. And then when you finish that, you would just drive off. And then yeah, another call would come in and you go over it. That's probably my first, yeah, remember of like proper games when I was
Okay.
probably 4 or 5. Um, and then yeah, after that was I remember my dad getting our first PC, which was like this obviously the big
The big,
CRT
yeah.
screen, and it was like what it was just black and green text. I think it was a black screen with green text on it to start with, and until what probably Windows 95, I imagine. Um, and then we played a few other games on there, but there wasn't much more than solitaire, I don't think, back
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
right? So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I wanna ask some PC since because I feel so you're telling me that you kind of just got into the whole PC like world like pretty early than most people.
Well, no, not I swear
No.
I didn't. So when I started streaming, it was from my Xbox,
Yep.
um, and I used to then just use my PC to just basically just capture, but I didn't have a capture card, so I used to just capture through the Xbox app,
Hmm.
and everything I used to play was Xbox. I think I've had my current PC now for I think nearly 2 years, maybe?
Okay.
So, like, yeah, it was only, like, 2 years ago, that I properly started playing and streaming from the same PC, whereas before it was all console. But, yeah, like I say, very briefly, I think back in the early or late '90s, yeah, my dad got a PC, and we did play there was a game, I can't remember the Shell Shock. I
Oh
think there was like
yeah, I remember that.
an army tank game
Now I
called
remember that
Shell
one.
Shock, that we used to play, but it was quite a vague, just find other army tanks going around and then sort of like take them out. But yeah, that was sort of like the earliest stages of a PC for me.
Okay, so with having to get your that first console till now, what would be your favorite console?
Ooh, that's difficult. See, I when you 'cause I got to a stage where I wanted to collect them all,
Hmm.
so I managed to collect the Nintendo 64. I've got the Super Nintendo, got the Sega, got a Sega Dreamcast. The only console that I never had and tried was it the Mega Drive, the Sega Mega Drive?
Uh,
Never had the Mega Drive. Annie had the Mega Drive, and she had the NES, the original Nintendo. Um, for me, probably I'd say I had the PlayStation 1, which is probably where I got into, like, Metal Gear Solid, like, big into Metal Gear Solid
yeah,
when
yeah, I
Metal
remember
Gear
that.
Solid came out. And then Resident Evil was probably then. I remember, watching my uncle play Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably say the N64 and GoldenEye. Yeah, that would probably be
That's
my most enjoyable console and who I played the most of, I reckon.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you. I mean, other than the Xbox, I would have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Is with the gold, especially with GoldenEye. That game kind of like took everyone's
Oh, it
lives
was
away.
yeah, yeah, and I was always prominently a PlayStation person. Like
Mm.
I had the PlayStation 1 and then I waited for the PS2, then the PS3 came out. Um, and I think when the no, was it I didn't I got the PS3 only because Metal Gear Solid 4. I just had to get it for Metal Gear Solid, and I got the special edition one that actually came with that
Nice.
game. Um, but then I think because it was either the PS3 or the PS4 took so long to come out, I think I switched to Xbox and had the Xbox 360. Um, and it was yeah, it was because I think Sony were like delaying and delaying, and I
Hmm.
was just like, "Come on, I want to play something new. I want to get a new console." So I went over to Xbox, and yeah, dare I say it, I didn't look back for quite a while. Then I got the PS3, then yeah, eventually a PS4. I do have a PS5,
Okay.
but it's
So
downstairs in the living room. So
so would you say you're more of a PlayStation guy or Xbox guy?
oh, definitely the Xbox guy.
Let's
Yeah,
go. I've been waiting
yeah,
for someone to
definitely.
fucking say that shit, bro. God
Definitely the
damn.
Xbox. I think I've had my Xbox Game Pass account for probably like 14 or 15 years straight now. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah, Xbox for me, and that probably will
Hell yeah, because
probably
I
turn a few
know
heads.
I know a few people that we had. It was a lot of them was PlayStation. No, I mean I'm not trying to throw no shade or whatever to all you PlayStation creeps. Not so, but
Mm,
nah, I mean I love PlayStation too until Xbox came out, and like especially when Halo came out, I was so stuck. And
yeah,
I you know especially with me myself and Romy and Quank and Drop, like
yeah,
that's all we played was fucking Halo,
yeah.
yo.
I loved Halo. I remember me and my sisters and Annie, a couple of others, we used to just get our dinner table, and every side of this dinner table just had like monitors, like computer screens, and Xboxes through the middle, and just play massive LAN versions
Like a
of Halo.
LAN
Like
party. Oh my
everyone
god.
just sitting around a big table, like 8 people around a table, just crunch just playing Halo 3 for hours and
For
hours.
hours, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
What
was
would you
good.
say your favorite Halo?
I'd say Halo 3.
Three? Three? Yeah, mine
Yeah,
was
I'd say
more of
Halo
a
3.
two and three. I played like
Yeah.
ODST and all the other ones.
ODST was yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright.
But right now we're on Infinity. It's good. I'm
It's
not
alright.
yeah.
I've tried it a couple of times. It's alright.
It's not bad. I just a lot of people kind of fell off after that.
Mm.
I can tell you this. I think, you know, speaking for myself and my brothers, our favorite thing, like game mode in Halo was Griffball.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Oh my god,
Mm. Or
that made
Capture the
us red.
Flag.
Yeah.
Capture
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Flag
Yeah.
was probably the most iconic, or obviously Red versus Blue, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the most
But
iconic ones were, and I
they were
think that
so good.
paved the way for a lot of, like, because I think Call of Duty even done a capture the flag
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
version where you actually had to go to the opposition's base, capture the flag, and then bring it back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was that frustration of just almost making it, and then someone jumping out of nowhere, like floating out of the sky to just snipe you dead. And then oh yeah, that I remember that frustration.
Yeah. Trust me, I remember. You know, but the LAN parties is just yeah, it was fun. But so you know, with you starting to stream, or you know, when you first started, what was your first game that you streamed out?
So the first game I streamed when I first went live was Remnant
Rem.
from the Ashes. I think it was free on the Game Pass at the time. Because when I first started out, most of my games, and even now, a lot of what I stream is from the Game Pass. So
Mm,
yeah, I remember I did the co-op version of that with my sister. We done the full playthrough, then we got the DLC, and that was a really good game. And then quite a few months ago, then they obviously, well, yeah, a bit longer than that now. They brought the second one out,
mm.
and then me and Wonkster completed that and all the DLCs. So yeah, that was probably the first. That was definitely the first thing. I've still got an original clip of that that pops up when I get shouted out if I raid or someone gives a shout out. That random clip of me doing a roly poly off the edge. When I had no camera on stream, my stream back then was like pretty basic. So yeah, that was the first game I streamed, Remnant from the
Remnant.
Ashes.
Yeah, I think well, I'm with you on that one. We first when I especially for myself when I first streamed, it was through the Cupcat or through Xbox, and
Hmm.
no camera, just my voice,
That's it. Yeah.
and like it ran really good, but
Mm.
like my laptop was a MacBook, and
Okay.
it was it's not good. It's not good. It's,
Yeah.
that shit turned into a hot box quick,
Quick. Yeah.
so quick, and I'm just like, I feel like my shit is gonna blow up. Like I need to get a PC, but so you play it. So with that, with Remnant being your first,
Hmm.
and what are you playing right now? Because like you play. So chat. Tony plays a lot of. He streams a
I
lot of
play a lot of
games.
games. I have a terrible habit of starting a game and never finishing it, and it
Yeah,
became quite, when I was saying about like everyone finding their own niche thing that's a thing that they do for their channel. Mine literally is starting a game and never finishing it.
yeah.
I think it took me 2 months to complete Outlast 2. One, not only because I was absolutely terrified of that game, um, but yeah, I just start a game and then something else will pop up, another new game. I'm like, okay, gotta play that, gotta try it. And then I'll get into that for a little bit. And yeah, and then I tried this year. I said to myself, right, if I was gonna set a goal for anything this year, I was gonna try and be that person that now starts a game and then finishes it, plays it all the
Yeah.
way through.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm the same way. I have a hard time finishing games. So
yeah.
so what would be? I think I probably did. Do you play horror games? And if
Oh
so,
yes.
what,
So
if so,
I
what
am
is
a
what
massive.
are, yeah, what is your game that you do you stream right now for horror?
So I'm about to start, or I want to start the casting of Frank Stone, which is a
Hmm.
part of the Until Dawn, that kind of series. So it's like the action, so you got to choose the decision making game.
Hmm.
Before that, I completed The Quarry, and that was really, really good. Before that was I think I'd done the remake of Alone in the Dark, I wanna say. That game was crazy good. I think Rain has mentioned loads of games in the past of what I should play and
Hmm.
what I should give a go. Everyone keeps saying about Madison.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but yeah, for the time being, for now, or what it will be, the casting of Frank Stone. But prior to that, horror wise, yeah, I've done Visage, I've done, yeah, Alone in the Dark, the Resident Evils. I played all the remake ones back to back. So I did number 2, then went straight on to number 3, then completed number 4. So, and they're really
Damn.
good.
Damn. So what is your favorite horror game so far that you played?
Oh, Resident Evil 2 remake by
Okay.
far. That's
Okay.
like my go-to. Yeah, I love that game.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So you said Resident Evil 2. How many times have you beat that game?
Do you know what? Weirdly, just the once.
Just the once? Okay,
Yeah, just the once.
that's
Just
new.
the
That's
once. But
new.
it's like out of all of, and I think back in Halloween, maybe 2 years ago, I did Resident Evil 7,
Hmm.
and that's probably when I finished that game. I was like, damn, do you know what? I wish I'd have played that game so much sooner than I did.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you haven't played Resident Evil 7, you've got to try it. I've not done 8, but I think that's just purely because the vampire werewolf thing kind of puts me off, I think,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. But yeah, if you've not tried 7, give it a whirl. But yeah, I mean, I'd quite happily go back to 2. I mean, I played it on the PlayStation quite a few times before, but never probably fully completed it. I remember doing, if there was a game that I've played like loads of times, was Metal Gear Solid 4. I
Mhm.
think I completed that time. If I remember on my PS3 game save, I think I had like 10 times I'd completed it. So I was just trying to collect enough to get the bandana,
Yeah.
um, to give myself unlimited ammo.
Cause I actually I played one Resident Evil game. I don't remember.
Mm,
But like for people that's never actually played a game, would you say that okay? So should I start from the beginning to play all of them,
Yeah,
or yeah?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I
S-
mean, you don't need to go all the way back to the very beginning. So Resident Evil Zero was the first, and that was I think GameCube maybe. I think it
Mhm.
was on other consoles. I played it on GameCube, and that's obviously before Resident Evil and when they before they get to the mansion. Um, but you could quite easily just play Resident Evil 2 and 3, yeah, to just get the basic gist of what's going on. Obviously, the first one will then just open up all the different characters and explain their journeys as they go through each game. But yeah, you could just they're just easy games to just get in and that mixture of the horror and the action together is yeah, just draws me in.
Okay, so with horror, have you always been a fan of horror, or it's just like,
Not always. I've always loved it started with horror films. Always
mm,
been a massive fan of horror films, horror games.
yeah,
But like it said in my about me page on my Twitch channel for a long time, it was like I am a major chicken. I am a massive wimp when it comes to horror, and I'm not afraid to admit that. And Annie will tell anyone that I will probably sit and watch films behind pillows when I know that there's something going to come up and absolutely make me jump out my skin. Um, and there's been times where I've played horror games, and I've like walked and I get to a part of the game. It's like, oh, you've got to go down this corridor and it's
mm.
pitch black, and it's like, I'm not doing it. I'm holding my hands up. I'm not doing it. And I'll get Annie and go, can you just walk down that corridor and just find out what's at the end? And if there's anything there, then let me know because then I can take over. And that's yeah, that's me. I'm a massive chicken, but I just love it. I love the jump scare. I love the fact that the whole horror is yeah, it's just great.
Yeah, yeah. I find that weird because like even Rand was mentioning like he kind of said the same thing, and it's like so if you guys are chickens or whatnot, whatever you guys want to call yourselves, why
Yeah.
why play the horror? Like it's just because you like getting scared,
Yeah,
or
I just yeah, it's just it's weird. It just yeah, I like that feel of the intense moment of not knowing what's gonna happen next or what's around the corner to make you go, "Ah!" And yeah, absolutely.
all right, so we're gonna go with the questions, y'all. Sapphire had, he didn't waste no time. We're gonna go to start with Sapphire's question. Um, all right, so he's asking, what's your greatest passion and deepest fear?
Ooh. Greatest passion, probably my food. Um, Obviously without a self promo. I do have my Instagram, which is not so much dedicated to the gaming part of what I do and the Twitch side of what I do, but it's more about what I do for work. So, yeah, for me, passion is yeah, definitely my cooking, obviously
Okay.
my family as well, and probably the football that I do. I do way too much. It's difficult probably for me to say no to anything, so I end up getting involved with everything. Um, Easy one, deepest fear, heights.
Heights,
I
okay.
remember I remember my first aeroplane trip. So I'd never been on an aeroplane until about 9 years ago. And my first trip out of the UK on a plane was to New York.
Oh
And
shit.
it was 8 hours, 8 hour flight. We were only in New York for like 3 days, but obviously from the UK you wanna do all the sites. So we did day one. I remember sitting in this little um like corner breakfast place. And my go-to breakfast was like they did like potatoes, fried potatoes, onions, peppers, and ham. And I remember sitting there eating, and I was just sort of like shaking, thinking, in the next like 20 minutes, I'm gonna go all the way to the top of the World Trade Center. Um, and if anyone, some people may have done it. If you haven't, it's an experience to say the least. You go in the lift, you go all the way to the top, and as you get in, it sort of like shows you this whole video of how the World Trade Center started from the
Mm.
ground all the way up, and then obviously the Twin Towers when it came down, and then it was rebuilt. And then when you get to the top, you come out the door and you walk onto this platform, and it's all dark, and they go, right, just follow our step this way, and then they go, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the World Trade Center. And you literally, this shutter comes up and you're at the top and you're kind of leaning forward. And I was like, oh my God, I need to hold on to the wall. And I literally went round that entire top floor, literally just walking the furthest away from the window that I could, because yeah, I just couldn't do it. I can't. I've never done it. It's weird, a weird feeling. I don't suppose it's probably the heights. I suppose it's the fear of the
Falling.
landing,
Yeah.
if anything, I suppose. Um, but yeah, that's probably my, yeah, heights is probably
Okay.
my biggest fear.
For sure, for sure. You know what's crazy is the fact that you went to New York. So I live in Virginia right now, and
Mhm.
New York is like maybe 5 6 hours away. I've been here in Virginia for 6 years, never been to New York.
Mhm.
Never. So shout out to you for for going there before I
Yeah.
did. And
Yeah.
but shout out to you also for for you being afraid of heights and making
Oh
that
yeah.
flight. I can only imagine how you were feeling while you were in that
Oh, I
plane.
was, yeah, my hands, my palms were all sweaty, and it was like just the nerves of it. Just, yeah, I felt so sick all morning, and I was like, I want to eat my breakfast, but I know what's going to happen. And yeah, it was one of once I was up there, it was still terrifying, but it didn't help that in the center there's like this floor plan panel, and it is a screen, but when you stand over it, it essentially just, it's like a camera that looks from the top all the way through to the floor, and they've just like got these, it's like a camera of this, like people just walking past on the street and cars going past, and it's like, yeah, we're up extremely high, way too high for me.
That's funny. That's funny. I mean, that's not funny. I'm sorry. So,
Yeah, it is. It's the only way that you'd survive that moment is just to laugh at it.
all right. So Woksta has one. It's So if you had to make one dish to impress someone, what is your go-to dish and why, chef?
Oh, that's a good question, Wongster. My go-to dish. Um, keeping it simple. Home cooked food.
Hmm.
Um, one of Annie's favorites is dough for my potatoes. So
Okay.
yeah, potatoes, layers of potatoes, double cream, cheese. So that rich, creamy, savory um, potato. Probably serve it with some kind of pan fried chicken,
Hmm.
and then some greens. Yeah, basically, just keep it nice, good comfort, home cooked comfort food is the the best thing.
Of course, of course. And I just want to mention that we do have a lot of chefs or not. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm a chef. I'm a cook, but like having to cook a home cooked meal is probably the best thing,
Hmm.
like you said. But what actually, I want to ask this myself, but what actually
Yeah.
got you into wanting to be a chef? Has that always been something that you've been wanting to do as a
No,
kid?
no. So it's quite a weird story. So when I finished school, I was going to go on to college. Um, I was actually going to go to college and study to be a policeman, like a police officer. That was
Hmm.
my, like, what I wanted to do. And another fun fact is when I was a kid growing up, my parents, we used to own here in the UK, we used to own our own farms.
Okay.
So my dad used to have like uh well, he used to look after, I think the biggest herd of cows that we had for cattle was like 2,000. So for me growing up, it was like, yeah, living on a farm, looking after animals before and after school. But rewinding back to where it was sort of like, I want to be a policeman. I want to go into doing that. And um, I think I remember getting all my results from finishing school, and I didn't quite get enough what I needed to go to college. But they said you can go and start the program, and then you can just do the catch up work.
Okay.
And then, like, I think like the week before, I remember my dad and my mum sitting me down, and they were like, we're going to sell the farm. We're not making enough money from the produce that we're selling, so the milk that we're selling, everything else. So we're going to move back to where we live now. And I was like, but now I'm like 16 years old, and okay, so now I'm trying to think, do I go from where I'll move to and get on the train and go to college there for 4 years, um, or do I stay somewhere local and try something new? And I've always liked cooking. It was something that I always did with my mum. Obviously, that we lived on a farm, so I didn't really live close to my friends or anything. So for me, it was kind of like, yeah. And I'll always say this. Some people might disagree, but the best cooks is always for me is the one person that cooks at home. So if it's at your mum, your nan, your
Oh,
gran,
$100%.
your dad, those people are
Mm-hmm.
like the true cooks of this world. Like
100%.
just that I'll always remember like baking with my mum and cooking with my nan and whatever. But yeah, they're like the proper cooks. And yeah, and I was just like, do you know what? I'm gonna go out there. I'm not gonna worry about the taking on this policeman route. I'm gonna try and see if I can get myself like a job working in a kitchen and just start from the bottom and work my way up, and that's what I've done. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, I started when I was 17. Started at the very bottom, was a pot wash, and then got into the kitchen, and I went to college and studied the catering degrees and got all the qualifications that I needed, and yeah, and now I've worked way up, and now I'm chef manager. So been
Nice.
doing that for like 20 years. Yeah,
Nice,
so
nice. Okay, we'll kind of piggyback is I wanna skip on Sapphire. We're gonna get back to that because since we're talking about food and stuff, Bell has a question. As a chef, what's one challenge that you run into now and have run into before that was difficult to overcome?
oh, what like catering challenges?
Okay,
Um, my industry's different, so I'm not like my industry isn't what we would call like your everyday um restaurant. We're not. It's not. What do we call it here? Uh, it's what I do is hospitality,
got you.
which is more corporate based. So the company I work for now is actually a law firm, and we basically provide in-house catering for them.
Ah,
Whereas most restaurants is like commercial, so your customers will always be different in a commercial pub, restaurant, whatever it may be. Whereas in hospitality and corporate catering, your customers never change because it's like they go to the office. So basically, imagine I work in an office block that has got like 120, 130 people working at a desk, but downstairs they can go downstairs and there's a full working restaurant basically.
got you.
Um, so probably for me, challenges that consistently come up is like people booking meeting rooms for conferences and stuff, and continuously changing their mind throughout the day. Um, that you just have to just work basically just yeah off the bat and see what happens and just go with the flow of okay, I need to change this, they don't want that now, I've now got to call up the supplier, can I rearrange this for for whatever it may be. And yeah, I do a lot of like on the spot changes. Is probably the only thing I can think of.
Okay, okay. Before we continue, I missed this part. Is it lamatism? Lamatism?
Yeah,
And
lamatism, yeah, llama, yeah.
how we doing? How we doing? Welcome in. And of course, Annie had to be here.
Annie had to be here,
Yeah.
yeah.
So can you tell everyone who Annie is?
I can explain who Annie is, of course. So Annie, who you'll probably see in my chat most frequently. I think she's on a like 175 stream streak now. Is it maybe more?
Ooh,
Um, yeah. So Annie is my wonderful. She's my better half. We've been together 21 years.
damn.
Um, so yeah, we've been engaged for how old is Reese now? 16 of those 17 of those years we've been engaged. Not actually done the thing and got married, but yeah, we've been together for 20 years. So if you see Annie, she's the one that will always be lurking behind me if I'm playing a horror stream, ready to make me jump and scream. And I think there is a clip of that on my channel that's, yeah, probably one of my more popular ones. But that is Annie. And who she is, I would never. Yes, you would most definitely.
That's funny, funny. Yeah, I had to throw her in there because I just saw her pop in. But welcome in, Annie.
Yeah.
Welcome, Lamatism. All right, so back to the questions. We got so Sapphire had one. If you could only have one device for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, my phone. I don't even have to hesitate. My phone. And Annie will tell you this. My phone goes everywhere. Um, and it's just that thing that's with, and it's crazy because when we were younger, right, we didn't have all this technology.
Hmm.
We didn't
Hmm.
have access to like Twitch when we were growing up. We didn't
Hmm.
have YouTube. We didn't have. I mean, I remember my first mobile phone was like this Motorola thing that you had to pull the antenna out to get a good signal. And then when I went to secondary school, it was playing Snake on your phone, just
Yeah.
going around the screen. And technology now is, but yeah, the second you feel like you've got nothing to do in the day, which it's probably a weird thing to say, being most people are busy. It's so easy, like and you guys probably see it when you on the underground or whatever. People just like live in their phone, don't they? So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
terrible for it. But yeah, it is my phone. It's the one thing that I would probably not live with. Not be able to live without.
Yeah, I think a lot of us would probably say the same. But so Belga, when you mentioned you and your sister beat Remnant from the Ashes first, do you still play games with family members on stream, like on a regular basis?
Unfortunately, not. So my sister was, like I said, she was in her own little community. She was building up her channel, and she was doing her stream. And then she sort of just, yeah, she just sort of stepped away from streaming. I think just recently, unfortunately, she told me that she just like deleted her account, and it's
Hmm.
sad because she'd built up, like a good follower amount, and she had a really good community, and she loved to do it. But yeah, we've sort of like we talk and like you do with your brothers and your sisters, but unfortunately, we don't sort of like jump on all that much anymore, do we? Like me and Annie, like all my streams will, most of them, if not all of them, unless it's solo, will always have Annie in it somewhere.
Hmm.
Um, that is pretty much how I roll with like the multiplayer side of it. But yeah, no, we don't actually. Not as probably as much as I'd probably want to, but
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, life happens, I guess. So, um,
Yeah, exactly.
all right. So Wongsta, what has been the most rage game that you played and will never play again?
You can't ask that because even when I rage, I still play it. And that's that's exactly why I rage, because I've got a habit of just going back to it and saying, "I'm gonna uninstall it now, I'm not interested anymore." And then the next time I stream, it's like, "We're playing that game again." Um, but yeah, I mean, actually, no, that's a lie. There is one, and it was FIFA.
Okay.
I played a lot of FIFA offline, didn't stream too much, and it was probably one of the one games that I've always said to myself, I probably wouldn't stream because I know how angry I would get. Especially if I was doing like the pro club stuff or the online games, playing other people that I knew were just gonna absolutely beat me every game. And yeah, I think once that happened, that would be, I mean, Annie, I'm sure will tell you at some time about the time that I did break her TV when I threw a controller in frustration. But, and I will say there is a but. I didn't throw it directly at the TV. I threw it at the sofa, and it just so happened to bounce off the sofa and then hit the
Oh,
TV.
oh
And that
my
was an
god.
emotional because Annika wasn't there, and I was like, "Oh no, this is like a brand new TV. We've not had it that
But
long. I'm now gonna have to then find out if I can get it fixed on insurance." And yeah, that's that. Yeah, I'll never play FIFA online. That game will make me. That's destruction for me.
well, there's your answer, Wongsa. All right, so Bale got one. You mentioned you're 37. In what
Yes.
way would you say you've grown overall as a person and a streamer over the years? And are the two linked? Damn, Bale. Okay.
No, I don't think I've got any. Well, not that I would think that was linked. I don't think. I don't know. Do you say you become wiser with things? I don't know. Maybe. Um, yeah, I just take things as they are. Really, I
Hmm.
don't. Oh, I call him Uncle Tunny. No, I don't. It's a hard question to answer. I think I don't think I know how to answer it. If I'm honest, in the
Yeah.
sense that I don't. Just I'm probably too laid back to sort of to look. I mean, knowledge is probably one thing. You just learn. Like for me, learning is something that I've always been keen on, even at this age. Like if I'm at work and there's an opportunity to learn something new, especially within like catering. The opportunity to just go to like food, right? Food is food.
Hmm.
But it's the way that different cultures and different countries cook their food. That's what I
Yeah.
find so intriguing. So, yeah, I suppose probably knowledge on different bits and pieces. And for me, it's like, yeah, if you don't try to see how things work and go and find out how, you can't make if something's broken, try and fix it. You can't make it any worse because it's already broken. So try and fix it and see what happens. And that's what I've tried to take out of a lot of things I've done is just learn from everything really.
Got you. Okay, that's what's up. All right, so Romy got one. Being from the UK, you
Yep.
mentioned New York. What other places would you visit in the US?
Ooh. Um, I mean, New York, well, Times Square was amazing.
Hmm.
Um, we did Madison Square Garden, like our hotel. So we stayed at Hotel Pennsylvania, which is literally you open the window, and we were right opposite Madison Square Garden.
Oh, nice.
Um, I mean, yeah, Washington, I suppose, would be. I'd go anywhere. I would just like if I could go, I would go anywhere. Wongster has promised to take me to Malaysia. Um, I don't know if and when that's gonna happen, but yeah, I would go anywhere. I mean, is it everywhere? I've met so many different people on Twitch that live in all different parts of the US, so I'm intrigued by everywhere.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, there's a lot of places here that you should go and you shouldn't go. So we'll talk.
You shouldn't go, yeah. I
So,
mean, if you was to ask Annie that question, she would say California without a doubt.
yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, Cali,
she
Cali
definitely would.
has to be one of them. But
Mm.
all right. So Rain got one. If you had to pick one person who is the most good-looking motherfucker ever, who would it be, and why is it me?
Yeah. Uh, I would say Rain, for sure. Um, not just because he's prompted me, to say him, but no, yeah, no. Rain has been like the OG from the beginning. And he's just, yeah. I mean, I love whenever I get the opportunity to do a clip of what Rain is streaming, it just makes the stream so much more funnier.
Rain's asking, when are you going to hop on some horror co-op with me?
Oh, you name it. Look, this is what I said, and this is why the stream is as that had to be delayed because me trying to work out UK time to the US time and all the time zones, it throws me out, and I get into a situation where I'm like, right, I know roughly when Rain's going to be live. I know and I can sort of like get up at. I'd have to
Hmm.
sort of get up like 3 in the morning to try and catch him. So, I'm down to play at any time.
For
Um,
sure, for
you
sure.
just need to prompt me on the times
Yeah.
because I'm a nightmare for time management. Um, as Wongster will probably tell you, I'm always late for streams when I do my own streams. Anyway, we have this thing where we say if I say right, the stream is at 8, it's 8-ish, which
Yeah,
could
yeah.
be
Hmm.
anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes after I'm supposed to go live.
No, I feel it. I feel it. All right, Romy's asking if you could play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ah, easy. Metal Gear Solid 4. Like I say, I already done 10 or 11 playthroughs of that game on the PS3. Um, I could go back and do it all over again, I think. Um, and probably just, yeah, reminisce on just playing Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. All right, so Llama asking, Tunny, when will you take me to Wendy's? Wait, do you guys have a Wendy's over there?
We do have Wendy's now. Yeah, yeah.
What?
It's not. It's probably quite a newish thing
Hmm.
for us to have Wendy's. It's probably only been here, I'd say, within the last like 2 years, maybe. I don't
Oh
think it's
shit.
been. It's not been here. It was more like major cities, so like London based,
Yeah.
when it first arrived. But now it's sort of like, yeah, started to go. But that's Llama's go-to, right? That's his, and he likes Jollibees as well. But we don't have a
Fuck
Jollibees
yeah.
where I
Fuck yeah.
am, so we'd have to go into London to get anything like Jollibees or anything like that. But yeah,
Have you ever had
soon.
Jollibees?
I've not. No, not yet. No, no, no. No, I've not
Llama.
had never tried Jollibees yet.
Llama, you need to take him some
I know
Jollibees.
he's asking when I'm taking him to Wendy's. When is he taking me to Jollibees?
So for those that know what Jollibees is, it's a Filipino restaurant, just fried chicken. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's
Is it
amazing.
eight?
Once again, when if you are picking a team to play Chain Together again, who are the three people you would pick?
I'm gonna pick uh Teddy, Romy, and Cuenca. Just because I've done it with Wonkster, Llama, and Annie, and I think I became mentally ill over it. Um,
We need to make that
and
happen, boys.
it honestly can't get any worse than what I went through with. But you've got to imagine when Annie and Llama are together, you don't know what's going to happen at any given moment in time. Um, it could be 1 minute everything could be fine and chilled and concentrated, and then Llama will just turn and do what we call a llama thing, and then it's all gone to pot, and that's it. It's just carnage will just break out in the blink of an eye.
No, I agree with Romy. So we're not any better, bro.
Have you
Uh,
played it? Have you guys done it
yeah,
before?
we played it. I've got a lot of clips. The first playthrough,
Yeah,
oh my god.
yeah,
You guys
it's
check that
mad.
out. Hey, but I'm down. I know Romy and Quink is down. We got to do it one time. We got to make that schedule, y'all. So I'm down with that. Quink's asking you playing Warzone ranked. Who are the three you're playing with for quads?
Oh, I've got to grab Romy for
Yep, yep.
we've done many of times where we've done Warzone streams together. Um, how many am I allowed?
Yeah, four. A quad.
4. Oh,
Oh, who are the three?
from
Who are the three? So it's you,
the 3.
Romy, and
So
two.
me, Romy, probably have to keep Annie. Annie would probably be there, even though she'd moan about I've stolen her kills. She does a lot. And probably Wonkster. Do you know what? People don't realize when you play a game with Wonkster, Wonkster is like the healer, the healing man that you need. Like if you're playing a game where you're gonna die a lot, have Wonkster on your team. When I played Remnant 2 with him, he was like his healing dog saved us so many times. When we play Battlefield now, he's that guy that's running around zapping people, just running around trying to revive everyone or dragging you back. Whereas like when I streamed the other day and I was trying to explain to Annie, if you get in the car now, we can run away, she was just doing her own thing, like just gone off in that moment of like, I'm just here doing what I'm doing and being shot at, and it's like, I get in the car and we can escape. But yeah, that would probably be, and I just hope that Romy would carry me.
All right, so Bale got one as a chef. Who out of this group would you like in your kitchen as a sous chef? Also, is there any celebrity chef you'd like to cook with? Ooh, nice, nice.
Ooh, I will take anyone from here who wants to come and work in my kitchen.
You can
I don't,
take
I
Bale.
wouldn't.
Bale's he's
Yeah,
really good. Yeah, he cooks a lot, and like when I had him on the Cupcast, he was
yeah, I was
telling
there. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he was telling us
He
of
was
what
talking.
the things that he cooks. I'm just like, yo, I'm
Yeah,
going to your house.
yeah. We're big foodies in our house. Annie's side of the family, her dad, he's Greek, so for them it's like, yeah, they love to cook, and we sort of
Fuck
take
yeah.
that ethic on of like, we're people will come round to the house and people say, "Well, you do so much food." And it's like, but that's what we do. That's who we are as people. We get together with people, and food is what we do.
Yeah,
But
Filipinos are
yeah,
Filipinos are the same way.
mm, yeah,
That's just our thing. Like if we have a potluck, like
yeah.
you're not gonna go home hungry. I can tell you
Mm.
that. So that's just
Going
how
back
it
to the
is.
question, I don't. Would Is there anyone that I would like to work with as a chef?
Celebrity, yeah,
Has
celebrity.
I don't know. Do many people know of a chef called Ken Hom?
No.
Don't know if he's very well known, but I used to watch a lot of him. There was a lady I used to watch here in the UK. There was a lady from the US who used to stream called Barefoot Contessa, and she was just like home cooked American food.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, it was good. I mean, no, who wants to go in a kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, right? I mean, no
Yeah,
one
fuck
needs
that.
that. No one needs that in their life. And I'm not that type. I know I rage when I game, but I'm not a rager in the kitchen when I cook with people. I like to say that um I would be a good mentor for anyone that I could show and teach people what I've learned over the many years that I've been in the kitchen.
Yeah, Romy's saying, if he becomes if he's a sous chef for you, he has cereal. So you got you could
Can he
so he'll
poach an egg? If As long as he can poach an egg, we're fine.
yeah,
Because that's like
Romy.
a big breakfast thing for us over here. If you can poach eggs, you ain't got no problems. Another little drop. If you go and check out my Instagram, you'll see that I've cooked all sorts of dishes. There's
We're gonna do that
so
now.
many different yeah. There's so many different things on there, but there's yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go through this chat. Like, look, I knew I think Tony mentioned a long time ago that he's a chef, but like just like looking at this, I'm just like, all right, Tony, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the UK, yo. For real. Now, are all these dishes like your personal dishes, or like is
Yeah,
it something?
that is everything. Every picture you see there is a picture of a dish that I've cooked, prepared, and served at my place of work, and then just taken a photo of it. Yeah, basically,
Yeah, like
um,
this is
mixture of
wild.
just all sorts of different things. But if there is a
So
cuisine that I'm probably more attracted to than any, is definitely like Asian cuisine. I like
that's
Japanese, Chinese.
that's what I was gonna ask
Um,
you. That's what I was gonna ask you.
yeah,
Have you ever? So you're saying Japanese and Chinese. Have you ever
yeah.
like tried to cook anything else from that? Like, would it be like Vietnamese food or Filipino food or anything like Cambodian food, anything like that?
No, I can't say that I probably have actually.
Okay, okay.
But it's something, yeah, I mean, I'd definitely look into it for sure.
But so Romy got one. What advice could you give to people who want to stream for the first time?
Just yeah, just go out, just do it. Go out and do it. And like I said, my streaming philosophy doesn't change. For me, it's like if you're an avid gamer or just anyone that you like playing games and you want to share what you're doing, hit that go live button and
Hmm.
just see what happens. It's not easy when you start out. I mean, I don't partake in those sort of um places, but like quite a lot, and I don't know if anyone else gets a lot of this, but on my Facebook, if you use Facebook, you get like recommended channels, and still to this day, I'm so surprised still to this day that there are still Facebook groups that are created for the follow for follow. Um
What? I didn't.
that is still it's still a
Damn.
thing, and I thought we were past all that, and
Yeah.
look, the brutal truth of it is, if you start out, yeah, put yourself out there, and the best way to do that is to find a community of other people that are doing the same thing, and get to know as many as you can, and visit their channels, visit their streams, get to know them as a streamer and a person. Um, and yeah, time zones are difficult. I remember when I first started in Level Up, it was like, yeah, and it was tell you, you stay awake for all through the stupid hours to see everyone and make sure that you could make sure that you could say hi to people and get to know people more. But yeah, it threw me the other day that it was like there is still people out there that are going, the whole follow for follow thing. Come and join us. I'll follow you. You follow me. It's like it won't go nowhere.
It
You know, you've
really,
got
no, it really doesn't. Romy got one. If you could change one thing about streaming, what would that be? Hmm. That's a
um.
good question.
It is a good question. It's not an easy question to
It's
answer.
not. It's not.
I don't. Would I change anything? I think, like I said to you before the stream, that consistency with all
Mm-hmm.
the things like, and there's a lot going on because yeah, we all say that we do the streaming thing for like for fun. We do it for meeting new people and the community and everything else. But when you step back and you look at it, you're like, it's a second job.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I miss out on like I don't post enough on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't interact on social media. There's so many little things that you forget to do that you don't do that I'd probably say, yeah, I'd want to focus on that. Like, there's one thing that I don't very rarely do, and it's just I haven't got my head around it, and that's editing.
Mm-hmm.
Like editing clips is, and I know there's certain websites now that you can upload your clips, and it'll just cut everything for you, and it's like job done. But I want it to be how it was like in the days of like early YouTube, where you'd have to
Mm-hmm.
like pre-record, do your editing, cutting clips, adding your sound clips in. So I think if I was going to change anything, that's probably yeah, being a bit more dedicated to all those different little bits of side bits, and maybe stream a bit more than I do now. But yeah, I don't think I'd change too much more. Certainly wouldn't change the people that I've met. That's for
Oh
sure.
yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Um, Romy's asking, have you ever thought about doing a cooking stream? Something I wanted to ask too.
Oh,
So yeah, have you ever thought about that?
so many people have asked this, and I actually tried to find a way of how I could do it at my workplace when it was sort of like quieter in the afternoons, and like actually be set up with a setup in the kitchen, and then it's sort of like then I've got to go back to okay, do I how do I do that? What's my setup? I know I'm not bringing my PC to work, so do I can I get a laptop that's going to manage that? Can I do it from my phone? And then Annie's even mentioned multiple times, like, why don't you just do it at home in the kitchen here? Like, you know, set up a menu, like do a one stream where you okay, we're gonna as a stream, we're gonna write the menu, and
Mhm.
then we write the menu, we work out what we need ingredients wise and write a shopping list for it. And then the second stream is like, okay, now we're going to make that menu. We're going to bring that menu to life of what we've created as a stream.
That'll be
And
so
it doesn't
dope.
need to be, and it doesn't need to be like all of the same thing. So if you've got multicultures in the channel, it's like you can have the starter could be from the UK, then
Mhm.
someone can say, okay, this is a great dish we've done in the US or where I'm from and the town that I live in. And, you know, you can just mix it up and add a main course in and then the dessert or, yeah, and it just all come together in that second. So look out for it. It could happen. I just need to get my head around how I could do it from home in my
Uh,
kitchen. My kitchen's quite big, but it's
I'll be
still,
there.
yeah. Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be there. Right,
Even
chat?
if it was even if it was something as simple as like and I don't know why I don't do this, like just do little videos for my channel and be like, okay, today we're gonna learn how to make, I don't know, something simple, pasta.
Mhm.
And I just do a video, like a pre-recorded video of me. This is how you make pasta. For those people that want to make homemade pasta, this is how you do it.
Mhm.
And then, you know, the simpler things. Start simple and go big, like, you know, soups and sauces and I mean, I'm not great with baking but I can decorate, so that kind of helps.
No, I'll be down with that. I mean, like, Romy's already saying you know, he's there. I'll be there, bro. I want to see this. I want to see. I want to see your skills, man. I want to see your
Yeah, yeah.
skills.
Bring them to life
Yeah,
on the channel.
for real, for real. Quink is so he's saying, Tunny, no question. Just want to say appreciate you, man. You've always been genuine, and we truly appreciate the love you've always shown. Day one, for real, for real.
Yeah, you guys are amazing, and it was like from day one, like when I first came into everyone's channel, it was just like you guys are all from the very beginning have always been like so welcoming of me and everything that I've been about, and yeah, it's hard to find that as crazy as it sounds, but yeah, you guys have always been have been good to me, so
No,
I'd
likewise.
never change.
No, likewise, we feel the same. I mean, like you said, one day you want to meet up with everyone. Like that's something that we want to do also.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
time, it's gonna happen. We just don't know
It'll
when.
come.
Like,
Yeah,
even if
it'll
it's just
happen.
one time,
That's it.
that'll be
Yeah,
cool.
exactly that.
That'll be cool. Sweet Buns, how we doing? How we doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. I want to go scroll up. So Sapphire is not a streamer. He is probably one of the most like you know supporters in Crew Love, and
Hmm.
he's been wanting to try streaming. So like um any advice that you would want to tell him for him to start? I know we've already mentioned that what would be something for new streamers to get into and stuff like that. Like for
Mm.
him himself, like because he he's gonna get he's planning to get a PS4 soon. Like what would
Hmm.
you want to share with him as a first time streamer?
Just try. Just do the streaming has to be about what you enjoy. Don't
Mm-hmm.
try and follow the trend. Don't
Mm-hmm.
try and, that a lot of people say like the oversaturated games. Yeah, I mean, I'm the worst for that. I love playing Call of Duty, so I'll just share that for it is. But yeah, just be relaxed with it. Just do you basically. Just be
Mm-hmm.
you and yourself, and people will know when you're being, the genuine you, or whether you're just putting it on for a show. And there's, yeah, I mean, it's not something that I'd talk about on stream, but yeah, I've known other people to just go their own way because they've found something that works for them. It's
Mm-hmm.
just what they're doing I might not agree with in such a way, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, everybody's journey is individual. It's about you. You have to
Exactly.
be you, show people what, and that's what people will, people will come to. You'll draw people in with how you are as a person, and yeah, and if you're in the Discord anyway, you're gonna have plenty of support because the guys support crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. But I like to tell people, like, for people that's in the crew, though, even though you guys don't, sometimes you forget or whatever the reason is to post that you're live. If I
Mm.
see you and you don't
Yeah,
post
yeah,
it,
yeah,
I'm
that's it.
posting it for you. So,
I've
so
noticed you've done that, yeah, for
yeah,
me a few
so
times.
yeah, so and then Cuenca does the same thing. We do it a lot. We want to make sure that everyone, gets the same amount of love, same amount of support. We're gonna go on Romi's question real quick, where she says, "Have you ever experienced a hate raid on stream? And if you did, how would you? If you have or did or whatever, how would you handle it?"
I've not ever had one. um I think very quickly, when it became, because there was, if I'm not mistaken, there was a time where it became a trend.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say like a few years ago, or out of nowhere, it just seemed to be happening. Um, I don't think, yeah, I think immediately, obviously, I would just hit that emergency stop thing that's on the Twitch
Mm-hmm.
dashboard manager and just hit that, or literally switch to follower only. But I mean, one experience I have had is when I was doing a Call of Duty stream, and I actually got bot followed by something like 5 or 850 something bots followed in that, like in a
What?
space of
God
like
damn.
10 minutes. And literally my OBS just went mad, and it was just like the follower alert was just going on and on and on. I could literally, it's out of my control. I literally just had to mute it. But I could still hear for like that 10, 15 minutes, just the same like notification going off. And then I think there was a website that you could go to, log in with your channel, and it's like it would work out like where all the bots were, and it just removed them all. So I think, yeah, overnight I went from something like 400 followers to well over 1,000 followers overnight, just because wherever, and there was no one even just came in and like said hello, or didn't even, it was just literally bots just follow, 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 and it just didn't stop. It was, yeah, it was mad. But I think if that ever happens to anyone, it's like, one, you're gonna have your mods that are gonna there, protect you and back you up anyway, but either stick it into um follower mode, or not even that, even, subscriber, or use the tools within Twitch to just stop it as quick as you can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what if okay, if you did get a hate raid, how would
Mm.
you handle that?
Probably not in the right way. I'd be very defensive.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
be massively defensive toward, like, be really defensive if there was, I'd be there to protect the whole of not just me, like, if it was even if there was people being, like, within the community, then I would be standing up and going, "Hang on a minute, this
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
right.
yeah.
If you're gonna come in and attack me, that's one thing, but don't come in and attack community members as well." And yeah, I think I would very quickly probably turn very quickly and become very defensive and be like, "No, that's not right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You need to leave." But I think, yeah, everyone would probably do that same thing very quickly anyway.
Yeah, most definitely. And I love that you're saying that because means that's just that goes to show who you are as a person.
Mm.
Just to, not let so much, I mean, a lot of shit bother you when it comes to your stream, but like if someone's to fuck, with other people in the community, and
Yeah,
even
yeah,
with chat, like it's good to hear that you say that because not a lot of people would, do that. So that's just me being real. But yeah, Tony, we always got you back. That's what Romy said, and yeah, 100%, bro, hundred
mm,
percent. Um, we're almost done here. I do want to ask one question.
yep.
With streaming, have you always had the green screen, like the background?
No, 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 no,
No.
no. That's probably more of a newer thing since I got my PC. So when I was on the, Xbox and streaming through the Xbox, I had my background. I think back then I was downstairs in the kitchen. So when I used to stream it at nighttime, I'd have like a key light on, some nice, like you've got some really nice color backgrounds.
Hmm.
Um, and then I think when I went moved underneath the cupboard under the stairs, I sort of wanted to venture into trying out like a green screen. So I had
Hmm.
like green screen there. And I've still got the material downstairs. But then when I finally got a newer PC and I got the newer computer, um, obviously I was able to then use the NVIDIA stuff to like just remove it and do the filters and just remove it from a background. So um I think since then, yeah, that's pretty much where it was. But I mean, if I had like you have a nice background behind me other than this just plain wall that
Yeah.
I've got,
Yeah.
and my nice and a picture that was drawn for me by another streamer. That's
That's
it. I mean,
cool.
it'd be nice to have some. I think I've still got the LED lights behind me, but yeah, I think just being it so plain, it's nice if you've got that background and stuff and bits and pieces. But yeah, that's pretty much it is what it is. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I mean, I wish I had something like yours because, like, I appreciate your words. Like with my background, like it's not that great, but it is something. Like for a while,
Yeah.
I didn't have the Dragon Ball, the Sun Dragon Ball Z jersey back there, and
Mm.
it looked so plain. I'm just like, fuck, I need to do something. But
Yeah.
um, for new streamers, a lot of people they're always like, oh yeah, I want to be like this. Like honestly, you don't have to be. You work with what you got, and
Mm.
you
That's
you,
it.
will-
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just worry.
Yeah.
Later on you can worry about that stuff, but don't trip about it.
No.
Just go live, and no one really cares. So
Yeah.
but I want to go ahead and just thank everyone. Chat, thank you guys for hopping in, and getting to know Tunny, not Tooney. I'm playing, but getting to know Tunny. I actually learned a lot, especially when it comes to the cooking. Like I'm always interested on the chefs and the cooks in Crew Love, and we have to see. We have to see that cooking
Oh,
stream.
I need to now. The pressure's on to make it
The
happen now,
pressure,
right?
yeah.
The pressure
So
is there to make it a thing, to make it happen. This
most
whole
definitely, most
kitchen
definitely.
stream, I need to make it a thing. Maybe that's my focus for early January is we try and make it happen.
Most definitely, yeah. I can't wait for that. We're a lot of us will actually tune in. I know for sure I'll be tuning in. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Thank you, chat for hanging out. For getting to know Tony. Hopping on to the Cupcast. It really means a lot for you guys, not to show love, not for myself, but for
Mm.
everyone that's been on the Cupcast. Um, what's Romy said? No question, but Tony, you've been real ever since we met you. I learned a lot today, even though I've known you for like 5 years. Keep doing your
Yeah.
thing. Um, not getting to know you a little more, Tony. Thanks for letting us in your world, man. Yo, for sure, 100%. Tony, if you have anything that you would like to say before you hop off, feel free, bro.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I mean, like when you said to me a few weeks ago, "Oh, you know, you'll be next, and I'll come looking. I'll drop you a message about coming on." I was like, "Oh no!" And then I messaged you when you said, and you're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna have a chat." I'm like, "But what do I offer? I don't what you know. Do I offer anything? Do
Yeah,
people want to know who and what I am?" And I was like, and yeah, and then to like the last few days, I was like, "Oh, a little bit nervous," but then when I start going, I'm a rabbit box. I just
yeah.
talk and talk and talk, and then it's just like
Which is
there's no
completely
control.
fine. It's so true, chat. Because he messaged me, he's like, I have nothing to offer, and I was like, bro.
I don't know, yeah, what am I gonna say? And you're like, "All we're gonna do is just talk like we would talk if we were having a normal conversation,
Yeah,
so let's just do that and see what happens." So, yeah.
that's
It's
funny.
always been a massive pleasure to be here
Of course,
and to get the opportunity, so
of
I
course, and a
can
lot
only
of
thank
people,
you for that.
yeah, of course, a lot of people say they're nervous, and no, man, I got you,
Mm,
bro. I want to make sure that everyone's comfortable. So, man,
yeah.
it's been a fucking blast, bro, and
Oh, definitely.
we definitely got to get down on some COD, and like
We've
I said,
definitely got well, we've definitely gotta do the chain together
the
now,
chain,
that's
yeah,
gotta be a
chain
thing as
together
well,
too.
surely.
So Romy and
Yeah.
Quinn, get ready for that. We'll somebody's gonna stream. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, you guys need to stream that, yeah.
You have to check my clips on with me, Quink, Drop, and Romy playing chain together. It's fucking hilarious, bro. It's it's hilarious. But yeah, that's about it, y'all. Thank you guys for coming in.